Live coverage starting soon. 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 Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Football. This broadcast presented by NEA Baptist, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, and Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include the City of Kennett, Peltz McMullen Edgington and Morgan Law Firm, Kennett City Light Gas and Water, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Kennett Trust Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Dubs Clothing, the Kennett Country Club, Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins, Southern Bank, Pemiscot Dunklin Director Danny Glass, Patterson Auto Sales, District 150 State Representative Cameron Bunning Parker, Crow Reynolds Shetley and McVeigh Law Firm, the Kennett Schools, FM Bank, Kennett Bowling Lanes, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Gardner Properties, Let's Eat Paragould, and by Gardner Construction. Radio sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Zenith State Bank, Bullock Furniture, American Elite Realty, First State Community Bank, and by T.R. Baker Insurance. And now to the broadcast booth with Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon, and Tad Jones for Kennett Indian Football.
Welcome to Poplar Bluff tonight as the band takes to the field, and we're about to have our national anthem. Then we'll get into our pregame show as the Indians get set to take on the Poplar Bluff Mules this evening from Poplar Bluff. Let's listen in now to the Poplar Bluff Marching Band. Our national anthem from Poplar Bluff as we get set for football. Welcome to Poplar Bluff High School. I'm Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon alongside. To my right, Tad Jones running our video and audio controls, and Monty Lyons getting us on our radio stations here this evening as it's a beautiful night for football. Temperatures in the low 70s. We'll be in the high 60s by the time this one is done. And the Class 3 Kennett Indians on the road to take on the Class 5 Mules. A lot on the line here tonight. Next to the last regular season game as far as district standings are concerning, and where we might be when the district playoffs begin. We'll take a pregame break. Be back with more as we're about 11 minutes away from kickoff. From Poplar Bluff, back with a pregame show right after this.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
I'm John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank. As a locally owned bank, we believe great service and competitive rates should always come with a personal touch. Because banking isn't just about numbers, it's about people. From checking and savings accounts to home, auto, commercial, and farm loans, we're ready to help you move forward. With 3 convenient ATMs and online banking at KennettTrustBank.com, managing your money is easier than ever. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Back at Poplar Bluff, Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon in the booth, Tad Jones running our video controls, and Monty Lyons getting us all connected up as we get set for this kickoff against the Mules. Southeast Missouri State University in Kennett is one of our great broadcast sponsors. They are offering affordable 4-year degrees in psychology, agribusiness, education, and general business studies. You can call to speak with an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit them at 1230 First Street in Kennett or cmo.edu. Poplar Bluff has a record of 1-6 on the season as the Mules take to the field. Their win coming over Sykeston 21-14. Losses coming to Valley View 35-18. Valley View hasn't allowed a point in their last 3 matchups or contests that they played, and undefeated in their conference play, and playing in the same conference as Paragould, who beat us, and Paragould has yet to win a conference game so far. So that tells you a little bit about the competition that Poplar Bluff has played. Chaminade 14-7, the Mules fell. Farmington 49-19. Cape Central had a 28-22 win over Poplar Bluff. Jackson 69-7, and last week on the road at West Plains, the Mules fell 41-12. Indians now 4-3 on the season. Their wins coming over Portageville, Kelly, and East Prairie, and also New Madrid in overtime. Losses coming to Paragould, St. Genevieve, and then last week, one the Indians want to forget about, a 57-0 loss at Dexter. Poplar Bluff is averaging 15 points per game. Kennett, on the other hand, averaging 27 points a game. That looks favorable for the Indians. Points allowed, 36 points per game for Poplar Bluff, 28 points per game for Kennett. So we'll see how it all plays out here on the turf at Poplar Bluff. We'll take another pregame break, and we're going to look at those district standings as we come down to the final 2 regular season games. We'll break that down for you when our pregame show continues from Poplar Bluff as the Indians run out onto the field. Back with more from Poplar Bluff right after this.
I guess you forgot to call Duncan Sheet Metal about the furnace, huh?
What was your first clue?
It's still warm right now, but don't get left in the cold this winter. Now is the time to call Jerry Duncan with Duncan Sheet Metal. If it's time to replace that old furnace, let Duncan Sheet Metal install a new energy-efficient unit that will save you money and keep you warm for years to come. Call Duncan Sheet Metal today, 888-6447. Wishing all the Kennett Indians the best of luck.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Family Counseling Center, FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors, their person-centered recovery and wellness programs, FCC Behavioral Health, and the FCC Primary Care Clinic. To find out more, go to fccinc.org. Daryl Wilcoxon alongside, and we look at our district standings. Looks like Dexter's going to cruise into the first place position in the district with a 7-0 record, and they had about 11-point lead on number 2, Scott City. But here's the interesting thing. Scott City tonight does not have a ball game. They have 37.86 points, and they do not play tonight, so they will not have any points coming in. For Park Hills, they're in the 3rd spot, and they are about 1 point above Kennett in the 4th spot. Park Hills is taking on Dexter tonight. So you would have to kind of favor the Bearcats of Dexter in that one, and Scott City not playing. Kennett will get 20 points by playing a Class 5 school, so they're going to get points whether they win or lose, but if the Indians can win this one, it could really help them jump up, hopefully in the number 2 district slot. Potosi is down, and they will take on the number 4 team in the district, and Doniphan is 3-4. They're in the 7th or 6th spot, and Fredericktown, with 0-7 on the season, is in last place in the district standings. But Dexter will get an opening round bye if they are number 1. And that number 2 position, plus getting a home game, would be very big to be able to play Fredericktown or maybe Doniphan in the opening round of the districts. As Darryl Wilcoxon joins us here, we're about to have our coin toss tonight. And Darryl, we just need to get off to a good start against the Mules.
Absolutely. We can't do like we did last week. We've actually got to, if we get the football kicked to us first, we have absolutely got to catch it. We can't let it fumble around. And last week they couldn't hardly catch a kickoff. Just struggled from the get-go last week. We cannot do that tonight against the Poplar Bluff Mules. Even though they've only won 1 ball game, they're a much bigger school, bigger squad.
And they played a lot better competition than the Indians have so far this season. Indians will get the football, so if you had any doubts on what we're going to do, we're going to get the football to start this ball game. Other games, Caruthersville at Portageville tonight. That ball game on KMIS and KCRV. And on the KMIS and KCRV streaming platform, Sykeston at New Madrid this evening, Dexter at Park Hills Central, Potosi at DeSoto, Granite City, Illinois at Donovan, Charleston at East Prairie, Windsor at Fredericktown, and Marquette Catholic up in Illinois at Hayti this evening. Let's take a final pregame break. We'll have the kickoff when we return to Poplar Bluff right after this.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Peltz Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Peltz Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Peltz and let the experts at Peltz Title close your deal.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Back at Poplar Bluff, the Indians get set to take this opening kickoff. American Elite Realty, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're the ones you need to call if you're looking to buy or sell property. They're the pros. Go to AmericanEliteRealty.com, one of our proud broadcast sponsors.
Looks like we'll have Cunningham and Hollywood deep to receive for Kennett.
And the Mules get set to kick it away. Very little wind here this evening. Pleasant temperatures and a good crowd. Several of the Kennett fans sitting right down in front of us. Frankie Castile with his assistance tonight with the Poplar Bluff radio station and helped get us our broadcast spot in a very nice position to broadcast from. A high, deep kick taken over the shoulder at about the 2. Indians bring it up, and they are going to get brought down shy of the 10-yard line again. That's a ball we probably should have let go in the end zone.
Absolutely.
We tried to field it over the shoulder at the 1 or 2 yard line, and now the Indians are going to be backed up on their first offensive possession.
Yeah, they're going to be at the 10, it looks like, but they could have been at the 20.
Well, the Indian offense struggled against Dexter last week. We'll see if they can come out and put some drives together here against the Mules. 2 receivers out to the left, 2 out to the right. Ty Jones, the senior quarterback, has a running back, Cunningham, to his right. Now Cunningham motions out of the backfield. Jones throws a little inside screen. The pass is complete, and a nice pickup that time by the Indians. The Indians are going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Call it 4 yards on the play as Antonio Hollywood with a reception that time for the Indians. We'll see Hollywood in the backfield. We'll also see him lined out as one of the receivers, 2nd and 6 for the Indians. Opening drive of the ball game. And the Indians on their own 14-yard line after a short opening kickoff return. 2 receivers left. 1 to the right, who's in motion. They'll hand it off this time to Cunningham. Drives ahead. Gets over the 15 and maybe to the 16-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. And about 3 or 4 for the Indians. We'll call it 4 from where they put the football down. The football right on the 16. So they have to get out to the 20 to pick up the first down. See if the Indians can convert on this 3rd down opportunity. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a man out of the backfield is Cunningham. Jones throws out to the left. Screen pass out to the tight end, Antonio Flakes, but he is tackled very quickly. And that's going to be enough for a first down by a couple of yards. So Flakes did a good job just muscling his way through a couple of defenders, and that moves the chains. Indians with a 1st and 10 now on their own 12-yard line. Opening drive of the football game here for Kennett. They're actually on their 22. as another screen pass again to Flakes. He has it, carries a couple of Mules forward before he is brought down at about the 25-yard line. 9:48 to play, first quarter. Indians got the opening kickoff, and they were backed up inside their own 10. They picked up one first down, and now they face a second down and 7. Football just shy of the Indian 25-yard line. Seeing a lot of little screen passes so far, Darrell, getting it out to the receiver's hands and trying to make something happen. This time a high snap, and they'll pitch it out to Cunningham on the left side. Cad turns the corner, gets close to the sticks before he's knocked out of bounds. As you watch the NEA Baptist replay camera and watch Cunningham turning the corner, that will bring up third down for the Indians. And they're going to need just about 2 yards to move the chains. Football just shy of the 30-yard line. Opening drive of the ball game. Kennett just shy of their own 30.
We can get this first down here. I'd like for them to go a little further down the field on those pass plays, not so many screens, but got to get this one first.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for the Indians. They need a couple of yards to pick up this first down. Jones takes the snap, hands side, a handoff, and driving forward, I believe, is Cunningham, and he should have enough to get the first down. They say move the chains, and that'll move the chains. Another Kennett Indian first down is Cad Cunningham. Good strong run that time for the Indians. We'll move the football out to the 33-yard line. Long time-consuming drive. Kennett wants to keep the ball in their hands if they can, then go down and score some points on this opening drive. Every first down the Indians can pick up will give them a little confidence, especially after last Friday night's game at Dexter. A tight formation here for the Indians. Tailback behind Jones, and they'll pitch it to the motion man. Turning the corner and out of bounds is, I believe, Hollywood that time. Got the pitch, and the speedster knocked out of bounds. Antonio, the 5'8", 151 sophomore. Short gain on the play, might have got 3 yards. Call it 2, 2nd and 8 for the Indians after a pickup of 2.
He tried to get around that outside, but they met him and brought him out of bounds before he could get any further down the field, but
34-yard line of Kennett, the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 8 for Kennett. Jones again under center, tailback behind him, and they'll hand it to the motion man, and this is Cunningham. Cunningham gets across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. It'll bring up another third down for the Indians. They're going to need just about 5 yards here to move the chains. 8:14, the clock running here in the opening quarter. See if the Indians can pick up another first down. This drive started inside their 10. It's been small gains all the way, but they've been able to convert on third down so far on this drive. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. This time Jones out of the shotgun, running back to his left. We need about 6 yards to move the chains. Jones being pressured, rolls right, throws, and the pass is complete, but it's going to be short of the first down, out to about the 42. They're going to be about a yard shy, and that will bring up fourth down. We'll see what Coach Wyatt decides to do here. Maddox Childress comes on for the Indians. It is 4th and 1 for the Indians. They are in Kennett territory at the Kennett 42-yard line. And if this gives you any indication, Kennett's going to go for it here. They are rolling the dice on this opening possession. Can we pick up a yard on fourth down? They rush up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left. Backs are in the I formation behind Ty Jones. He snuck this one several times. He drops the snap. And he picks it up, and Poplar Bluff's going to take it over. I think he was going to have a quarterback sneak, but the
exchange didn't happen.
Center quarterback exchange was off the mark, and the Mules will take over with great field position at the Kennett 41-yard line.
I'm not the coach, definitely not the coach, but I think that first thing I would have tried would have been a hard count and try to draw them off sides.
Now the Mules offense out. Very similar set as they're going to spread things out. Pair of receivers left and right for the Mules. Motion man goes left to right. And the quarterback's going to keep it and going to be brought down after a short gain on the play. About 2 yards the pickup that time for Brooks, I believe. The Mules quarterback. Was that 18 or 16?
16.
Okay, Aiden Brooks. He's just a sophomore quarterback. That's who I had down as their quarterback. Mules break the huddle, and again, Brooks out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right and left. Again, a man in motion, this time right to left. They'll throw the screen. Oh, it's a backwards pass, but it's complete. And they're going to have a big gain on the play as they go down the left sideline. And going to get down to about the 25-yard line of Kennett. That'll move the chains for the Mules. They hit the motion man that time, and lots of running room down the left side.
I was looking for a hold on our defender. They held him and turned him around even, but no flag.
3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Again, Brooks out of the shotgun, hands it off to the running back. He tries to turn the corner and does, and will be knocked out of bounds, but that'll be enough to be very close to a 10-yard pickup. We'll see if it's enough to move the chains, and they say move them. So another first down for Poplar Bluff. Kennett unable to convert on 4th down, and now the Mules promptly moving it down the field on the Kennett Indians. They have a 1st and goal. Actually, not 1st and goal, as they are just outside of the 10-yard line. Motion man left to right, and they'll hand it to the back going left, and this time the Indians tried to make the stop. A couple of missed tackles on the far sideline, and that's a big run. Xavier Jones, one of the receivers, going in motion. He goes 5'7", 143. Not very big, but you saw his speed on the play, and he picks up 8 yards. 2nd and 2 for the Mules from the 5-yard line.
Thought they had him, but they couldn't corral him.
Mules look over to the sideline. Ferguson's the running back in the formation. Quarterback is Brooks. Quarterback gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson is hit hard. Might have reached the line to gain, but not much running room there. And that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Mules. And they're going to need about 1 yard, so only a gain of 1 that time. Good job by the Indians defensively to step up. 5:20, clock is running. First possession for the Mules here in this football game. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ferguson remains in at running back to the left of the quarterback. Ferguson gets the carry, has the 1st down, as that'll move the chains, and he gets down to about the 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Poplar Bluff from the Kennett 2-yard line. 5 minutes to play opening quarter. Not the easiest to see out of these booths. You have to kind of lean back and go around the post.
Absolutely.
To see them.
They got a lot of posts.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left, and one of those moves left to right, and they'll throw the screen pass to the left and walk into the end zone for the touchdown. Colt Clifford that time, the receiver, caught it. He had blockers on the little screen pass, and the Mules go up 6-0 with 4:37 to play here in the opening quarter. Well, we wanted to get off to a good start, but the Mules jump out to a 6-0 lead after the Indians tried to go for it. On 4th down, the extra point attempt is up and good. So the Mules up 7-0. And we may have a flag on the play, so we'll see what the penalty is about. Mules have ran off the field. So the Mules have a holding call. That'll back them up. I don't know what the students set off here, this pink powder that's floating around, but it's almost impossible to see down to our left.
Well, this is a pink out game for
Yeah,
them
well,
tonight.
I don't know about that because we can't see the game anymore with this. Don't have much breeze here. That'll back the Mules up, and they'll have to attempt the extra point again. This time coming from the 20-yard line. So a 30-yard extra point attempt for the Mules, and this one is good. So it didn't matter. Mules still get the extra point and lead 7-0. Indians get it when we return to Poplar Bluff right after this.
Ready to level up your entertainment? Head to the Kennett bowling lanes. Bowl a few frames. Lace up your skates. Dive into laser tag or rack up points in the arcade. There's something for everyone. And don't forget, Kennett Bowling Lanes has some of the best food around, so bring your appetite too. Fun, games, and great eats all under one roof at 1315 St. Francis in Kennett. That's Kennett Bowling Lanes, where the fun never stops.
Indians about to get the football. First State Community Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors, full-service banking there to help you meet your financial goals. Whether it's your first savings account or new business loan, they are there to help. Stop by and see them on Independence Avenue in Kennett. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian football. Still can't see through the pink haze here at Poplar Bluff as this ball is kicked off to the Indians, and this time they will wisely let it sail into the end zone. They tried to catch it over the shoulder at about the 2 last time, and terrible field position for the Indians. Even though they did pick up some first downs, they were held on 4th down from converting. So now the Indians have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
I honestly believe they would have gotten the first down on that had the execution been there and gotten the snap.
I almost thought they were going to do the quarterback sneak. They've been so good at that with Ty Jones all season, but the center quarterback snap exchange didn't turn out the way the Indians needed it to. See if we can move the ball down the field here. Jones moves under center, and Cunningham in motion gets the carry, turns it up inside.
I don't know that he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Not much of a gain at all if he gained any. It looks like they're going to put the football down just shy of the 20-yard line. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Indians. So far, nothing big for the Indians as the Mules have throttled this Kennett offense so far.
I'm looking for that down the middle D. Anthony pass.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Jones awaits the snap and has it, drops straight back, looks down the field now running for his life, runs back to his right, throws over the middle, pass is complete, and as Darrell called it, I think that's to D. Anthony down the right sideline for the completion, and that'll move the chains, the biggest offensive play of the ball game so far for the Indians. Ty Jones to D. Anthony for 20 yards on the play, as that'll move Kennett out to their own 40.
Not the location I was looking for, but it was the result I was looking for. And to the right receiver.
Jones gets the play call. That time, Ty really made that play happen as he was scrambling for his life. Kennett moving down toward the pink smoke here at Poplar Bluff that the students let off a little while ago. Throw it back over to the right side, another completion. Short gain on the play, maybe 2 or 3 yards. A lot of the passing plays so far for Kennett have been very safe type passes, picking up 2 or 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Indians. 3:37 to play, opening quarter. Mules up 7-0. As you can tell, we don't have any wind here at Poplar Bluff tonight, and that pink haze just floating over the field toward the end where the Indians are traveling. 2nd and 7 for the Indians from the 43 of Kennett. Hollywood in motion. Throw it, screen pass to Hollywood. One-on-one move, and he can't break the tackle. Out on the corner, picks up about 2 yards to the 45, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Indians. Good play defensively by Poplar Bluff and Caden Johnson, senior defensive back that time. One-on-one, took down Antonio Hollywood.
You know, this pink haze you keep talking about, that's the first take that they did by Jimi Hendrix, and then he changed it to purple haze.
Well, this is definitely pink here on the pink out night for Poplar Bluff. 5 yards needed for the Indians. They can pick up a 1st down at midfield. Hollywood and a high snap, and they'll try to throw it to Hollywood. He has it again, works one-on-one. This time he has the 1st down. Ran by a defender and down the sideline and moves into Mules territory at the 44-yard line of Poplar Bluff. Well, there you see Hollywood's burst of speed. A high snap, and Jones did good just to corral that one. Threw it out to Antonio Hollywood, the sophomore, and he did the rest on his own. Maddox Childress checks on for the Indians. Hollywood comes out. Indians 1st and 10, 2:30 to play, opening quarter at the Mules 44-yard line. Jones moves under center. Backs are in an I formation. A little confusion for the Indians. They may be changing the play call at the line of scrimmage. 6 seconds on the play clock. Now Ty takes the snap. Another little screen pass left side. This time Anthony gets the screen and is going to pick up 7 or 8 yards down the sideline. Boy, they just keep working on that screen pass. This time D. Anthony, senior, with a nice move. Picks up 8 yards, 2nd and 2 for the Indians. 2 minutes to play, opening quarter. Indians trailing 7-0. Hollywood comes on. Checking out is Childress. Ty Jones comes on with a play call for the Indians.
Now we need to sit a little bit down and then a cross pattern to get it to Zane Franklin.
Jones under center. Hollywood out of the backfield, and they'll pitch it to the back. That is Cunningham. He turns the corner and will have the 1st down, I believe, depending on where they spot him.
It looked like he had enough to me, but
maybe a little bit short from where they're saying he's out of bounds along the near sideline, as he is shy of the 35-yard line. And that's going to be hardly no gain at all, and it's 3rd and 2 and 4 down territory for the Indians. Hollywood out, Childress back in. Childress more of a blocking back for the Indians. 5'11", 202-pounder. And he'll be in that blocking back position as Jones moves under center. Tailback is Cunningham. Jones pitches to Cunningham. Cunningham turns the corner and, again, on the near side, knocked out. We'll see how close he gets, but he's going to be about a yard shy. They went back to it this time with Cunningham trying to turn the left side. And the football right on the 35-yard line. Indians have to get to the 34 to pick up the 1st down. 1:30 to go, opening quarter. Jones with the play call. 4th and 1 for the Indians. They failed on a previous 4th and 1 in their own territory. Jones moves under center. And the handoff goes to Cunningham, who cuts left, and he's hit hard right at the sticks, and this is going to be close.
I don't think he got it again.
And Poplar Bluff is clapping as they put this one down, and Kennett did not gain an inch on that one. And the Mules will take over. A couple of failed 4th and 1 conversion attempts, and Mules get the football back. Well, we need to get a stop here, Darryl. We've moved the ball a little bit on the Mules, but it hasn't been big chunks of yardage. And the Mules, when they moved the ball down the field, didn't take them long to put 7 on the board. 1:04 to play, opening quarter, and Here comes the Mules.
Yeah, our defense has to show up on their set of downs right here.
Need to get a little physical with this Mule team. They send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Brooks, the sophomore quarterback, looks down the field, throws a slant pattern. It's dropped. It would have been a touchdown, but that time dropped by Clifford as he split a couple of Kennett defenders. And it'll be 2nd and 10, and that's a fortunate break for the Indians there. And it hit him right on the 1 and 0.
Absolutely. He should have had that, and he should have scooted right between them and gone to the end zone, but bounced off those pads, thank goodness.
Indians need to get some pressure on Brooks when he decides to throw it. He's not a big quarterback. Mules again spread it out. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 2nd and 10. And this time inside handoff. And they'll get across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for Poplar Bluff, and they're going to need, call it 4 yards to move the chains.
3rd and about 4, is that what it?
3rd and 4 for the Mules. Football at the 41-yard line of Poplar Bluff. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brooks now sends a man in motion left to right, and this time something happened up front. That snap just barely got back to the quarterback, but this is going to be a procedure penalty against Poplar Bluff, and that backs them up 5 yards. A break there. I was afraid we might have hit the center before he snapped it because that was a weird-looking snap. Now it's 3rd and 9 for the Mules. Football just across the 36-yard line of Poplar Bluff. 21 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
I think if we can not allow a big gain here, they might actually end up punting it. I don't think, unless they get close to the 1st down, I don't believe they'd go for it on 4th.
Man in motion, right to left. Now 3 receivers left, and they throw left on the
It's
far
all by
side.
himself.
And a man wide open down the sideline, and they're going to score a touchdown. Kennett was burned as they were looking in the backfield, and a long touchdown by the Mules, and they go up 13-0, and that's going to be the last play of the quarter, but they will have the extra point try. Indians, a couple of failed 4th down opportunities, and the Mules promptly put points on the board.
Yeah, nobody had that fella. That was just a missed assignment.
They stacked 3 over on that side after they sent a man in motion, and somebody missed an assignment, and that was an easy throw and catch for the touchdown. And the extra point is through the uprights and good. 14-0 Mules. Indians get it when we start the 2nd quarter right after this 1-minute timeout.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Indians get the football as we start the 2nd quarter, trailing 14-0. Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods for well over 60 years. They've been the name to know when it comes to sporting goods. They've been supplying area teams and players with the best sporting equipment and apparel. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods in Kennett. Going back for the return for the Indians will be Antonio Hollywood and Cad Cunningham. The first kickoff return, Indians didn't make it out to the 20. The second went into the end zone. And the kicker for Poplar Bluff with a good leg. We've seen him with a couple of extra point attempts, and that is Gowan doing the kicking. And again, high, deep kick. They're going to watch this one sail into the end zone. Boy, that's a weapon when you can let the opponent start at the 20 every time if you can kick it in the end zone. Indian offense back out. We've moved the football. I think when you look at the time of possession, it's way in favor of the Kennett Indians. But when the Mules get it, they have been scoring in a hurry.
Yeah, they put points on the board quick. Of course, it's not hard to do when you don't cover the receiver out there. So,
a couple of big scoring plays for the Mules, and they're up 14-0. Indians desperately need a touchdown here to pull a little closer. Indian offense back out on the field. Two receivers near side. And they look to throw near side. And a little screen pass, and it's incomplete. A little bit overthrown, and Indians wanted a flag.
I think they got
Maddox Childress was lit up on that one after the
got
ball
one.
was overthrown. And
there is a flag.
Darrell says there is a flag out there. The Kennett hats the coaches are wearing are the same color as the flag. And this will be a personal foul on the Mules. And that's a break for the Indians. It puts the ball out at the 35-yard line after the personal foul penalty. Maddox Childress is a big individual, and boy, he got popped that time. The pass was a little bit over his head. Childress trots out of the ball game. Kennett substituting backs in and out. We'll take the 15 yards. Now let's take a big play and maybe get us a touchdown. Flakes by his lonesome out to the left. Three receivers to the right. Ty has the snap. And another screen pass. A little short that time as Cunningham caught it on his fingertips. And probably would have been better if he dropped that one because he was lit up immediately. And they are starting to really look for that screen pass. They're going to lose about 1.5 yards on that one. 2nd and 11 for the Indians.
Lucky that's all they lost on it. Yeah, I believe he should have just let that one go.
The only problem is Cad Cunningham's looking at the ball coming to him and doesn't have a clue where the defender is coming up, but they've been playing the screen pretty effectively after Kennett moved it for a few plays. And again, they set up with Flakes out to the left, three receivers to the near side, and Jones out of the shotgun. Now Jones is going to be swarmed under as the Mules break through the line, and that's going to be a big loss on the play back to the 25-yard line. Kennett will now have a 3rd down, and they're going to have to pick up about 20 yards. No, not quite 20, 18 yards to pick up this 1st down. Ty Jones had no chance that time.
Our offensive line just almost like opened the door and said, come on through, guys.
Jones has had to scramble a couple of times, but it hasn't been anything terrible. That time the Mules, they brought the house and a big sack on the play, and it's going to be tough for the Indians to convert here on 3rd down deep in their own territory. Twins right and left are the receivers. Cunningham to Jones's right side, and again, they'll bring the pressure, and the screen pass is incomplete over the head of Cad Cunningham, and that brings up 4th and 18 for the Indians deep in their own territory. And Kennett will have to punt it away with 10-10 to go in the 2nd quarter. That time the screen pass, and Ty just had to lob it up high, trying to get it over the Poplar Bluff defensive lineman. There's some big individuals up on that defensive line compared to the Kennett defensive lineman. Ty gets the punt away, a high punt. It's going to hit right at midfield, and now take a Poplar Bluff bounce, and the Indians will touch it, and the Mules will take over this possession at the 48-yard line of Kennett. Indians really need a stop. First 2 possessions for the Mules. They put 14 points on the board. Big plays for the Mules so far in this one. We need to get a stop here, get the ball back, and get a score. Just don't want this one to get out of hand like last week's game at Dexter. another score, and it could be headed in that direction. Brooks this time will hand it off straight ahead. Now a huge hole for the running back, and he's going to run all the way to the end zone is Ferguson. I don't think he was touched that time, and the Mules, just like that, add to their lead 20-0 over the Indians, 9:50. Tad says we have a flag. We may have a flag on the play. Now they're going to talk it over, so I didn't see a flag on the play. Okay. Okay, at the 5-yard line. There's the flag way down there near the 5-yard line.
Call it on Kennett?
Yep, it was on Kennett. So the penalty against the Indians. I didn't see why they held on that play anyway, because they wasn't nobody got a hand on the running back. So the penalty declined. The touchdown is good, and it's 20-0 Mules, and they're going to go for the 21st point. Rowan Goen, he's the kicker, and he's got a big leg, and he again boots it through the upright, and it's good. 21-0 Mules, 9:50 to play. Second quarter back as Kennett gets it in 1 minute.
Looking for a great day on the greens? The Kennett Country Club invites you to play on one of the best-kept courses in the region. Open to green fee players with cart rentals available. You'll enjoy a smooth round with your friends. And after your game, grab a bite at the Club Golf Restaurant. Check out our Tuesday through Thursday lunch specials or the Sunday lunch buffet. And for the best value, ask about the great membership plans. The Kennett Country Club. Great golf, great food, and great times.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Well, the Mules will take the penalty yardage on the kickoff. As Tad says, they've been kicking it into the end zone without an added 10 yards, so this puts the ball at midfield. They might elect to pop this one up and see what they can do, but the Mules up 21-0. They're in control, and we're still early in the second quarter, 9:50 to play in the second quarter. They'll boom this one, and this may get through the uprights for another extra point. A little bit short of that, but Indians will take the football at the 20. Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett, one of our broadcast sponsors with name brand furniture and home decor for every room in your home. Also a great selection of appliances in stock, ready for immediate delivery. Plus financing is available. See Danny and Carolyn Bullock today at Bullock Furniture. Indian offense, and Ty Jones are back on the field. Darryl, the fourth down conversion tries have not been friendly to the Indians, and so far we haven't hit the big play, and the Mules have. 3 times.
3 times. We've spotted them 21. Okay, boys, it's time to get with it.
Anthony in motion left to right. Jones throws it. Anthony down the field.
A flag.
And that time there was contact along the sideline. They're going to say incomplete. They're going to have to explain to Coach Wyatt why that wasn't a flag, but I think it was probably so far overthrown it wouldn't have been catchable, as you saw a replay cam there. So it's 2nd and 10 now for the Indians. 9:44 to play in the second quarter. Finally took a shot down the sideline, but still pretty well defended by the Mules. Some contact along the sideline, but 2 officials staring right at it says, nope, incomplete.
Next time we'll give them a saddle they can put on him and ride him down the field.
Back to the left of Jones on 2nd and 10 from the 20, and they'll throw a screen pass next time to the left side Indians will pick up about 5 yards on the play out to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Kennett. Poplar Bluff's given up a few yards in this ball game, but they haven't given up the big play. 20 yards, I think, the longest play from the line of scrimmage so far for the Indians. Of course, earlier in the season, the explosive plays has been very big for the Indians, especially in some of their wins this season. Anthony and Franklin out to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. And Jones steps up, throws it way down the field, has a man open, pass complete to Franklin in mule territory. A big completion as you watch it on the instant replay cam, and a perfect pass by Jones. And a completion will put the football on the Mules 30. There you go, Darrell. 6'4" Zane Franklin. Big target, and boy, Zane was running a post pattern, and he was wide open on that one. 8:40, the clock running.
Hey, just thinking, oh, that big long-legged fella's not going to get out in front of us. They had another thing coming. He made the catch and got a few extra yards as well.
Anthony, Franklin, and Hollywood out to the right side. Out to the left is Flakes. Jones out of the shotgun on a 1st and 10 will throw the inside screen to Anthony. D will be wrapped up at about the 26-yard line. Mules converge quickly on D. Anthony, and D may be slow getting up, so an official timeout. We're going to check on this one. If you saw that replay camera, look at it one more time, but looked like things did not look normal.
Didn't look like a clean
the tackle was made down there. As they attend to the injured player, not certain which player it is, but Anthony had the football, and D, the senior Z receiver for the Indians, is up on his feet and
That's
being
Anthony.
helped over to the sideline, and a hand from the Indian crowd here at Poplar Bluff. He's a tough one and such an important part of this Kennett offense. But he will have to come out of the game. Hopefully he can get to going again. It's good to see him walking off the field under his own power. 2nd and 6 for the Indians after a 4-yard gain by D. Anthony. Football at the 27-yard line of Poplar Bluff.
He tried to go back out there, and Coach says, you can't go back out there just yet.
And D is, he's a gamer. He's ready to go. Now Jones under center. He'll fake the handoff, look to throw, and being pressured and throws. And this pass is incomplete. And again, the officials say no flag. Take a look at it yourself and see what you think. Here it comes, and there is the receiver going over the back, or the defender going over the back of the receiver, and no flag, and it's 3rd and 6 for the Indians.
Well, it's going to get a little chilly.
Tad is behind the glass to our right, and it's a good thing he doesn't have a headset, as he makes his feelings known quite often. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Indians need 6 yards on 3rd down. Their best drive of the ball game, trailing 21-0. They'll take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 7:35 to play 2nd quarter. Back with a 3rd and 6 right after this.
I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales here in Kennett, Missouri, located at 512 South Bypass. I invite you guys out to check out our inventory. We have a website online, but I've got cars ranging from sports cars all the way up to sedans, half-ton and three-quarter-ton trucks. If you don't see it, you can't find it, I will locate it. Come check us out at 512 South Bypass or give me a call at 573-559-6180.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian football. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
3rd and 6 for the Indians as we're back underway. And a screen pass to the left side. Hollywood has it and has a Mules draped over him. Indians are going to lose yardage on this one. That's going to bring up 4th down. Indians will be going for it, as they really have no choice at this point. The loss is going to be back and bring up a 4th down and 8 for the Indians. So they lost a couple of yards on that 2nd down play. 7:05 clock running in the 2nd quarter, and the Mules up 21-0 over Kennett. Kennett up to the line of scrimmage. 8 yards needed to keep this drive alive. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jones has some time, and he throws down the right side, and a beautiful catch along the sidelines. Should be enough to move the chains. Boy, what a beautiful catch along the sideline that time.
Absolutely. He made sure his feet were in and caught it, then went out.
Zane Franklin did a perfect job that time, and Jones put it right on the money. So a big 4th down conversion there for Kennett. It's 1st and 10 for the Indians. Football at the 19-yard line of Poplar Bluff after the 1st down. First time the Indians have moved in the Baker implement. Case IH red zone this evening. Get the red tractor out. Let's get it in the end zone, guys. Jones this time will keep it running right. Cuts it up inside. Has some running room. Flag comes in. We probably got a hold on the near side, and that's going to back the Indians up 10 yards.
Well, they'll call that, but they won't call those 2 riding a pony plays earlier.
6:33 to play in the 2nd quarter, and it's 21-0 Mules. Officials will spot this football at the 29-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 20 now for the Indians.
Well, we were in the red zone.
We were in there for a little while. We were in there for one play. Let's see if we can get it back in there. It's Ty Jones with a play call from the sideline. Ty had a good pickup that time for the Indians, but called back. Now the Indians behind the chains, 1st and 20. Ty again in the pocket, steps up, throws, and his pass
he did not pick it off because he was out of bounds.
Almost intercepted, but the defender was just out of bounds. You see another instant replay as the defender comes on and just couldn't control it, but that was very close.
Very, very great defensive play, even though he didn't keep both feet in. But
just a half second earlier with that pass, and Kennett would have had a big gain on the play as well. 6:28 to play, 2nd quarter. Ty Jones with a 2nd and 20. 34-yard line of Poplar Bluff, the line of scrimmage. Twins right and left, a running back to the left of Jones, the Kennett quarterback.
Need Hollywood to do a little slant here.
Cad Cunningham now moves the right side of Jones, and they'll pitch it to Hollywood. Or Cunningham. Cunningham with a nice game as he turns the corner and muscles his way down the sideline. That'll be a pickup of about 12 yards on the play, I do believe. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Indians. And they're going to need about 7 to pick up the 1st down as they're back inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. .23 seconds on the play clock. Jones trots back out on the field, huddles up his football team, and they break the huddle and come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 for the Indians. From the 16 of Poplar Bluff. Jones under center. A couple of backs in the backfield. Jones takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Here come the Mules. They'll throw the screen pass complete to Flakes. Flakes runs down the sideline.
Going to be short.
He's going to be short of the first down sticks as he is just shy of the 10, and that will bring up 4th down for the Indians. Thought there might be a little more to that one than there was, but Poplar Bluff came over and made the tackle. That brings 4th down and 2 for the Indians. Another 4th down attempt for the Indians as we reach 5 minutes to play here in the half. Carson Manley, the senior, comes on as Maddox Childress, another senior, comes off the field for the Indians on a 4th and 2. 11-yard line of Poplar Bluff as Jones moves under center. Cunningham, the tailback. Ty takes the snap. He's going to throw it, has a mule in his face, and it's incomplete as he is buried right after he released the pass. Indians didn't have a chance that time with the pressure on their senior quarterback, Ty Jones, as he could not get that one away, and Ty gets up a little gingerly. Might have had the breath knocked out of him, but the Indians come up empty after driving it down to the 11-yard line of Poplar Bluff, but the drive stalls out. Here come the Mules offense back out on the field, leading 21-0. They still have 4:34 to play here in the first half. They have hit on some big plays so far in this ball game. They'll throw a screen pass out to the left side. This time the Indians are there. That's going to be a loss for the Mules. And the ball may have came out. But it is not. The Mules will keep it, but that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play. Call it 4, 2nd and 16 now for Poplar Bluff. Football back inside the Mule 10 after a nice defensive play. Looks like about the 7-yard line as the Mules break the huddle. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Quarterback Brooks out of the shotgun. See if Kennett can get some pressure on him. He's had all day, and he's going to run a quarterback draw, and he has some room. So he fights forward to about the 15-yard line. That will bring up 3rd down for Poplar Bluff and about 6 after a nice gain by the sophomore quarterback. Clock continues to run. 3:30 to play in the half. Mules up 21-0. 3 timeouts remaining for Poplar Bluff here in the half. Kennett has a couple remaining. Trying to get a stop here on a 3rd and 6 for the Mules. Receivers right and left. And a back to the left of the quarterback. And the quarterback's going to keep it. And, boy, he keeps driving, and he has the first down. Indians had a chance to stop him short of the sticks, but he just kept running and running and running, and that'll move the chains and a big first down for the Mules. 3:02 to play, 2nd quarter, and the Mules get out of the shadow of their own end zone with a nice run by their quarterback on the keeper. 23-yard line, the line of scrimmage for the Mules. Poplar Bluff with 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Running back the pistol behind the quarterback Brooks. Now he moves up to his left in the formation. And the running back gets the carry, and the Indians will get the running back. Loss on the play. Good defensive pressure that time by the Indians.
Levon Downey got in there.
The junior Downey made a nice play, getting into the Mule backfield that time. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for the Mules as they're still deep in their own territory at their own 21-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. And Brooks throws right, and the pass is complete, and quickly out of bounds on the play is the receiver. Really no gain on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Mules Might have lost a yard on that play. So 3rd and 12 for the Mules. Clock stops, 1:52 with the receiver out of bounds. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. See if the Indians can get a stop here on a 3rd and 12. Brooks looks left, throws right, overthrows his receiver, and boy, he had him going down the sideline. He just overthrew him, and that will bring up 4th down and 12 for the Mules deep in their own territory, and the Indians get a stop, and they'll get the football back. 1:47 to play in the half, and still 2 timeouts remaining, and we need something good to happen before they go to the locker room. Zenith State Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors, with the locations in Zenith and Kennett. Auto, home, agricultural loans, locally owned. Decisions made here locally. Kennett State Bank, member FDIC. A low line drive kick. Hollywood's going to watch that one go out of bounds. The Indians will have pretty good field position, Darrell.
That's a positive, though, Perry. We never once stopped Dexter last week.
Yeah, well, we got to stop after 3 scores by Poplar Bluff here in the first half. And the Indians take over on Mules' side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
If we could strike quick and get down there and get a score on here before the end of this half, that'd be a big plus.
21-7 would make it a little more pleasant going into the locker room here at the half. Ty Jones, the senior quarterback, he is a fighter. On that last 4th down attempt, he was buried. They hit him right in the chest. Ty just didn't have any time to throw it. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side on 1st and 10. Jones runs the option, pitches it to Cunningham. Cunningham through a hole.
Oh, almost lost that football.
He was kind of bobbling it around, but gets a nice gain on the play inside the 40. Down to about the 39-yard line. Clock continues to run. 1:25 to play in the half. 2nd and 3 for the Indians after a pickup of 7.
Their clock guy has no idea what's going on this field because he hasn't changed hardly anything up on the scoreboard.
2nd and 3 for the Indians. Line of scrimmage, the 44. Or actually 39. So we are very low on the far side of the field, and it's hard to see the numbers and stripes and field position. Here's another screen pass. This one complete. Cunningham or Anthony has it, and Anthony has a 1st down. D gets down to close to the 30-yard line. And that'll move the chains for the Indians. They're going to spot him at the 31. Now they wind the clock again. Indians have to hurry. They have 2 timeouts remaining, but they're taking a lot of time. Jones comes on with a play call. 31 yards away from pay dirt. Down to 32 seconds to play in the half. The clock running. Twin receivers right and left. We're down to 25 seconds to go in the half. 24-23. Now Jones has the snap. He throws it down toward the corner of the end zone and intercepted by the Mules in the end zone. Taking that one down was Latham. J.R. Latham with the interception. As Jones' pass was over his receiver, and the Indians turn it over with 11 seconds to go in the half, and another drive fizzles out for the Indians. Mules offense comes back out on the field. Kennett took a shot at the home run there, Darrell. They were about to run out of time. They had a couple of timeouts remaining, but they went to their big receiver, Zane Franklin, but that ball was just over Zane's head, and Poplar Bluff defender was there to pick it off.
I'm not sure if Zane had been 7 foot, he'd have been able to get that football.
Mules spread the field out again. Receivers right and left. And Brooks, the sophomore, will hand it off as they were running.
Football!
And the ball is loose, and the quarterback will pick it up. Boy, that ball was out there to be had.
Whoa.
We're down to 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that will end the half as the Mules dodge a bullet there. And the Indians are shut out in the first half of this one, 21-0. We'll take a break. We start the Wilcoxon's Home Place halftime show from Poplar Bluff. Darrell will have the stats, and we'll try to keep you entertained here at Poplar Bluff at the half when the halftime show begins right after this timeout.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
The Kennett School District, our school board, administration, and staff would like to wish the Kennett Indians the very best of luck this year. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the track, we are behind you all the way. We're proud of your hard work, your dedication, and the spirit you bring to our community. Here's to a great year of learning, growing, and competing. Go Indians! A message of support from your Kennett School District. Looking for great food and a fun atmosphere? Then come to Let's Eat, located inside Let's Roll in Paragould. Start your meal with mouth-watering appetizers, then dive into fresh wraps, tasty sandwiches, crisp salads, and pizza that's some of the best you'll ever try. Whether you're stopping in with friends or grabbing a quick bite, Let's Eat is the place where flavor meets fun. Find them at 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould. That's Let's Eat. Delicious food, friendly vibes every time.
By serving as Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner, Don Collins knows well the importance of education and the need to provide quality instruction for students in the classroom and on the athletic field. Student athletes participating at the high school level learn how to win, become physically fit, and practice good sportsmanship. Presiding Commissioner Don Collins is pleased to support these young people and what they're doing in representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all Dunklin County athletes from Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis from Southeast Missouri State University. At SEMO Kennett, we see something special in our students, grit. And when you're built on grit, you're bound for glory. Whether you're fresh out of high school or returning to finish what you started, SEMO Kennett offers affordable 4-year degrees in psychology, agribusiness, education, and business. Call today to speak with an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or SEMO.edu. Southeast Missouri State University. Show me fearless.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Santi, Treasurer.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
When it comes to building your dream home or updating the one you have, trust the experts at Gardner Construction in Kennett. From new construction to remodels, custom showers to beautiful floors, roofing, painting, electrical, and siding, they do it all and they do it right. Big jobs or small, Gardner Construction has the skill and expertise to bring your vision to life. Call today, 573-752-1442. Gardner Construction, building quality you can count on.
Perry Jones, Darrell Wilcoxon back at the half. 21-0 Mules as they lead this one. And Indians got the opening kickoff, had bad field position, got a few first downs and moved it out but failed on a 4th down conversion out near their own 40-yard line as we look at the first half stats. And Darrell, we had mentioned it's going to be very important to try to get off to a good start in this ball game. It didn't happen for the Indians, and they fell behind early, and it was 21-0 in a heartbeat. 3 long scores before the Indians finally forced a punt by Poplar Bluff in the first half. But the Indians, after a big pass play to their big junior receiver, Zane Franklin, one of the longest of the first half, D. Anthony with another long pass play with the Indians. Once they got in the red zone, they just couldn't put points on the board. And you look back at it, Darrell, we've been shut out now for 6 quarters. And that makes it a little tough when you go back to the Dexter game and we're shut out in the first half of this one. And with 21 points by Poplar Bluff, they get the football to start the 3rd quarter, and it's going to be very important for the Indians trying to stop that opening drive of the Mules and maybe get some points on the board and get a little bit of momentum in the second half.
They have to remember that at the tail end of the first quarter, they did stop them, and they have to remember that and get that same kind of contribution to start that second half. So they're going to have to get that football back, and they're going to have to get it in the end zone. You can't win the ball game if you don't put points on the board.
And we need points. We're down 21 as you continue to see the first half highlights here as the Indians just looking for a little bit of momentum. Some big games around tonight. We don't have scores coming in from those. Caruthersville, though, leading Portageville. That's one on our sister station, KMIS AM and FM, and also KCRV FM. As we have our Portageville broadcast and our Caruthersville broadcast and the live stream of that one going on tonight. As far as the Dexter Bearcats go, they are playing at Park Hills Central tonight as the Bearcats go on the road at Park Hills. So we're going to try to get some scores for you. Darrell, you got some stats for us here in the first half?
Yes, sir, I do. There's really not a whole lot for both teams. It's just Dexter got 3 scores, really.
Well, Poplar Bluff. You're still in last week mode.
I'm still in last week mode. For Poplar Bluff, though, their quarterback, Aiden Brooks, he was 5 for 6 on the passing department for 76 yards. And he had 2 TDs, one a 3-yard and one a 64-yard one. His favorite target was Lathan. He had 2 catches for 9 yards, and one was that 64-yard TD pass. He hit number 11, Jones, and number 10, Clifford, but both of those guys went negative yardage. But on the running department, Ferguson, number 22, he carried it 6 times for 65 yards, and one of those was a 48-yard TD romp. And then Xavier Jones ran it 1 time for 8 yards, and Brooks ran it himself 3 times for 18 yards. Over for the Kennett Indians, Ty Jones was 16 of 21 in the passing department for 130 yards, but there was an interception in there, and no scores. He ran it 2 times for -8 yards. Hollywood ran it 1 time for 2 yards. Cunningham 10 carries for 36 yards. So in the running department, we weren't doing a whole lot in there. D. Anthony caught the ball 6 times for 54 yards. Franklin 2 times for 51, or one a really long pass. And that's who he was trying to hit in the end zone when he overthrew him. Hollywood 4 catches for 15 yards. Cunningham 1 for -1, and then Flakes had it 4 times for 17 yards, which we thought he was going to get more. Most of his were all on screens, and we thought, well, he's going to pick up a few more yards, but they would cover him almost as soon as he caught the ball. But not a great first half for the Kennett Indians, and not a fantastic first half technically for the Poplar Bluff Mules. They just had some big plays, and that was pretty much it for most of the first half. But the Indians twice went for first down, tried to get a first down on 4th down, and both times snuffed out. And if we can get past that, maybe we can do something in the second half.
Mules get the football as we start the second half as the Poplar Bluff Band gets set to perform. Here at the half, we're going to take another pregame break, or a halftime break, as the Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture halftime show continues, as our broadcast brought to you by Southeast Missouri State University in Kennett, offering affordable 4-year degrees in psychology, agribusiness, education, and general business studies. You can call and speak with an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit them at 1230 First Street in Kennett, or cmo.edu. 21-0 Mules at the half. Our Wilcoxon's Home Place halftime show continues from Poplar Bluff right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
I'm John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank. As a locally owned bank, we believe great service and competitive rates should always come with a personal touch. Because banking isn't just about numbers, it's about people. From checking and savings accounts to home, auto, commercial, and farm loans, we're ready to help you move forward. With 3 convenient ATMs and online banking at KennettTrustBank.com, managing your money is easier than ever. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
I guess you forgot to call Duncan Sheet Metal about the furnace, huh?
What was your first clue?
It's still warm right now, but don't get left in the cold this winter. Now is the time to call Jerry Duncan with Duncan Sheet Metal. If it's time to replace that old furnace, let Duncan Sheet Metal install a new energy-efficient unit that will save you money and keep you warm for years to come. Call Duncan Sheet Metal today, 888-6447. Wishing all the Kennett Indians the best of luck.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Call Jay Ward or Jag Tiles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Back at Poplar Bluff, we're at the half, 21-0 Mules Family Counseling Center. FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors, as they have their FCC Behavioral Health and also the FCC Primary Care Clinic. They're there to help you when you need it. You can find out more by going to their website, fccinc.org. That's Family Counseling Center, FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors, as the Poplar Bluff Mules marching band continues to perform. Here at the half, we did get a score coming in that Darrell found, as it's Dexter on the road at Park Hill Central tonight, and Dexter leading at the half 14-7, much closer than I thought that game would be. But if you're a Kennett Indian fan, and you kind of have to pull for the Dexter Bearcats in that ball game. As Park Hill Central currently in the standings in third place, right above Kennett. Dexter, more than likely, is going to be the 1 seed in the district if they do win or lose at Park Hills or at Scott City next week. But as far as Park Hills goes, Kennett would like to overtake them in that third spot. And with Scott City not playing tonight, Kennett, by playing Class 5 Poplar Bluff, is going to get extra points. And for Scott City not playing, they're not going to get any district standing points tonight. And for Park Hills Central, playing a Class 3 opponent, as they are, they will not get as many points just for playing as the Indians will. It would be big if the Indians could pull off a win here tonight against Poplar Bluff, but they're in a hole 21-0, and Poplar Bluff will get the football to start the third quarter. Next week, it's another Class 5 opponent for the Indians as they take on the Cape Central Tigers. Final regular season game at Metz Cherry Stadium, and it's going to be senior night for the Indians. A win tonight or next week would be really big and almost guarantee a second place standing as district play begins. But the reason district play is so important, and Dexter, if they get the 1 seed, will get a bye in the opening round. As it is tonight, Scott City would play 0-7 Fredericktown. Park Hill Central would play 3-4 Donovan, and Kennett would play 3-4 Potosi. But Coach Wyatt, talking about Potosi, said they are a very, very good ball club, and their record really doesn't indicate the strength of Potosi. So the Indians would much rather take on Donovan or Fredericktown. If they're in the top 4 positions in district standings, they will have a home game. And, of course, that in itself is very, very important. But the Indians would love to take on an 0-7 Fredericktown team or a 3-4 Donovan team instead of a Potosi team that Coach Joel Wyatt described as very dangerous. So that's the way the district standings look. And we'll try to continue to get updates from that Park Hills Central and Dexter matchup going on up at Park Hills tonight. American Elite Realty, another one of our great broadcast sponsors. If you're looking to buy or sell property, you need to see the pros at American Elite Realty. They have a proven track record for results. If you're buying or selling a home, commercial property, or farm, land, American Elite Realty of Kennett is the only name to know. To find out more, go to their website, AmericanEliteRealty.com, a proud broadcast sponsor of Kennett Indian football. We'll take another pregame break as we'll wrap up the Wilcoxon's Home Place halftime show from Poplar Bluff, with the Mules leading 21-0 at the half. Third quarter action coming up when we return right after this.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Peltz Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Peltz Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Peltz and let the experts at Peltz Title close your deal.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Ready to level up your entertainment? Head to the Kennett bowling lanes. Bowl a few frames, lace up your skates, dive into laser tag, or rack up points in the arcade. There's something for everyone. And don't forget, Kennett Bowling Lanes has some of the best food around, so bring your appetite too. Fun, games, and great eats all under one roof at 1315 St. Francis in Kennett. That's Kennett Bowling Lanes, where the fun never stops.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Looking for a great day on the greens? The Kennett Country Club invites you to play on one of the best-kept courses in the region. Open to green fee players with cart rentals available. You'll enjoy a smooth round with your friends. And after your game, grab a bite at the Club Golf Restaurant. Check out our Tuesday through Thursday lunch specials or the Sunday lunch buffet. And for the best value, ask about the great membership plans. The Kennett Country Club. Great golf, great food, and great times.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales here in Kennett, Missouri, located at 512 South Bypass. I invite you guys out to check out our inventory. We have a website online, but I've got cars ranging from sports cars all the way up to sedans, half-ton and three-quarter-ton trucks. If you don't see it, you can't find it, I will locate it. Come check us out at 512 South Bypass or give me a call at 573-559-6180.
First Missouri Bank of SEMO understands that banking is more than just managing dollars and cents. It's about strengthening relationships, helping neighbors, believing in our communities, and planning for the future. FM Bank proudly offers competitive rates on personal, home, agricultural, and business loans, and all banking decisions are made here in our local communities. Visit any of our FM Bank locations today for more info. To us, people matter. FM Bank is also proud to sponsor Kennett Indian Football. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Glensane, we know extra time is hard to come by. Your hands are full, your days are packed, and time doesn't slow down. We work hard when you have a service issue. With full service centers at each of our 4 locations, we will always do our best to make it convenient for you and your busy lifestyle. Thank you for trusting our family with your family for over 70 years.
Thanks to all of our great broadcast sponsors. Glensane, always one of our great broadcast sponsors, along with First State Community Bank. They offer full-service banking. They're there to help you meet your financial goals, whether it's your first savings account or a new business loan. They are here to help. Stop by and see them on Independence Avenue in Kennett. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, and a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian football. Indians get set to tee it up and kick it off for the first time tonight. And the Mules get set for the return. 21-0 Mules with the lead as we start the third quarter. And you got to be careful here, Darrell, as We keep an eye on that Park Hills Dexter ball game going on up in Park Hills tonight. We'll try to keep up to date on those scores coming in there. Big ball game. And if you're an Indian fan and wanting a good playoff position, you got to be pulling for Dexter as hard as that is. A bouncing kick picked up on the 25, brought up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Dexter with a nice return by Jonah Halliburton, a senior.
We came up with the football, but we came up with it as we were out of bounds.
So the Mules take over, 1st and 10. Pretty good field position. Call it the 38-yard line of Poplar Bluff, and we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Very important. Indians get a stop here defensively and get the football back if they want to claw their way back into this one. Mules send 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation as the back now will move up to the right of the quarterback. Aiden Brooks has it, and he hands it off to the tailback. Good running room out to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 7 is Ferguson. He's been their main ball carrier, 5'11", 170-pound junior for the Mules. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Poplar Bluff as they approach midfield. Coach Wyatt mentioned on his coaches show they have some big talented receivers. Pretty good running back. Ferguson has shown what he can do with the football, and Brooks, the sophomore, sends Ferguson to his right at the running back position. And now he'll throw over the middle, has a receiver wide open down the center of the field, and this is complete for a big gain and down to the 26-yard line. It is Caden Jenkins, the senior, gets the reception. And the Mules with a 1st and 10 as they approach the red zone here to start the 3rd quarter on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Two receivers right, 2 to the left for Poplar Bluff. Brooks looks over the Kennett defensive alignment and hands it off. Nope, Brooks is going to keep it this time. Picks up a couple of yards. He gets down to about the 24-yard line on the play. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Mules. Poplar Bluff spreads the field out again. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Jenkins in a slot to the right side for the Mules. And they'll throw back to the left side. This pass is incomplete. Intended for Xavier Jones, the junior wide receiver.
Looked like a good pass right to him, but he just didn't catch it.
Brings up 3rd down for the Mules. They're probably in 4-down territory from the Kennett 24-yard line. 3rd and 8 for Poplar Bluff.
Either that, we might just see how their kicker does a field goal.
That could be a possibility, too. He has a very good leg. Twin receivers right and left again. Ferguson, the running back, to the left of the quarterback. And they'll hand it to Ferguson. Ferguson rumbles forward and has a good gain on the play and going to have a 1st down. That will move the chains for the Mules as he gets inside the Kennett 15-yard line. They're going to spot it right on the 15-yard line. But that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Mules. Leading 21-0, opening drive of the 3rd quarter, and they're looking for more. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, and Ferguson the back to the left of the quarterback. Motion man, Jenkins gets the carry, and Jenkins is bottled up and brought down for a loss by the Indians. Good penetration by the Indians up front, and a very nice play by the Indians defensively.
2-yard loss on that play. That's
Austin Gaddis in there making a big play. So it's 2nd and 12 now for the Mules after a loss of 2. Sophomore Aiden Brooks looks to throw. Throws over the middle, slant pattern complete. And into the end zone for the touchdown. Mules with Colt Clifford with the reception. And the Mules go up in this one 27-0 over the Indians. 8:57 to play, third quarter. So much for getting a stop to start the third quarter, Darrell, as the Mules march it down the field and get points. They're going to try to make it 28-0 with the extra point attempt. And the kick goes up and good. 28-0 for the Mules. Indians get it when we return with 8:57 to play, third quarter. Back right after this.
The Kennett School District, our school board, administration, and staff would like to wish the Kennett Indians the very best of luck this year. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the track, we are behind you all the way. We're proud of your hard work, your dedication, and the spirit you bring to our community. Here's to a great year of learning, growing, and competing. Go Indians! A message of support from your Kennett School District. Looking for great food and a fun atmosphere? Then come to Let's Eat, located inside Let's Roll in Paragould. Start your meal with mouth-watering appetizers, then dive into fresh wraps, tasty sandwiches, crisp salads, and pizza that's some of the best you'll ever try. Whether you're stopping in with friends or grabbing a quick bite, Let's Eat is the place where flavor meets fun. Find them at 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould. That's Let's Eat. Delicious food, friendly vibes every time.
Kickoff to the Indians will be fumbled at the 5-yard line. And the Indians are going to be backed up on this return inside their own 10. Another miscue on the return game for the Indians. And trailing 28-0, Indians will be in the shadow of their own goal line as they take over this possession, Darrell. We have not. Last week, the kickoff game was terrible as far as us handling the kickoffs, and it hadn't been great tonight. And that time, Kennett bobbled it on about the 5.
Got about a 2-yard kickoff return.
So they start this drive at the 7. See if we can do something. You just feel like Kennett's going to have to hit a big play if they're going to get points in this ball game. A bad snap, and Jones has to fall on it. That was a high snap. Ty got the hands up and got on it, but
I think he took his eyes off the ball before he got there.
It wasn't extremely high, and you may be right. He might have been looking at defenders coming at him, but that's a loss on the play of about 2 yards, and Coach Wyatt's going to take a timeout and talk to his ball club. 8:25 to play, third quarter. We'll take a break as well. Back with more in 30 seconds.
By serving as Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner, Don Collins knows well the importance of education and the need to provide quality instruction for students in the classroom and on the athletic field. Student athletes participating at the high school level learn how to win, become physically fit, and practice good sportsmanship. Presiding Commissioner Don Collins is pleased to support these young people and what they're doing and representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all Dunklin County athletes from Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins.
Now, I will not.
Indians take the timeout. Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods for well over 60 years. They've been the name to know when it comes to sporting goods. They've been supplying area teams and players for years with the best sporting equipment and apparel. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods in Kennett. Coach Wyatt took the timeout as his Indians will have a second down and 12. And the offense backed up at their own 5-yard line. Not a place where you want to make a mistake here. Trailing 28-0. Mules got the opening kickoff of the third quarter and promptly added 7 more points to their total. Jones rolls right in his end zone. Looks to throw out of the end zone. The pass just off the fingertips of Zane Franklin and incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Indians from their own 5.
I just don't want to repeat last week when we got the safety. I probably shouldn't even said that.
You won't take that one back?
Yeah, I'll take that one completely
Darryl
back.
just took that one back, fans. So from their own 5, a 3rd and 12, trying to move the chains. Jones stands with his feet on the end zone line, awaiting the snap of this one. Has it, drops back a couple of steps and throws a pass, and the ball is bobbled and dropped.
Oh.
Again, the Indians couldn't come up with that one. This time, DeAnthony had it go off his hands and incomplete. And it's 4th and 12 coming up for the Indians from their own 5-yard line. And Jones will have to punt it away from his own end zone. And Poplar Bluff is going to have great field position. We'll see if they bring some heat here. Jones stands back near the end of his end zone, awaiting the snap of this one. Jones has it, gets the kick away. A short kick, angles toward the near sideline, lands short of the 30, and will be down at the 29-yard line. So a short field for Poplar Bluff as they lead it already, 28-0 with 8:08 to play third quarter. And the Mules in control here.
Not looking pretty for the away team.
We'll keep an eye on Park Hills and Dexter. That ball game was a 14-7 Dexter lead at the half, as Daryl's trying to keep up with that one for us here this evening, as the sophomore Brooks has Ferguson to his left. Twin receivers right and left. Ferguson again with a carry, and he rumbles forward, carries a couple of Indians forward, and picks up a gain of about 8 yards on first down. It's going to be like the length of the football, second and about the length of the football after Ferguson picked up 9 yards on the carry. Football just inside of the 20-yard line now of Kennett. Ferguson to the right of the quarterback, and they throw on this one, and it's complete. Almost picked off by Anthony, but the Mules will complete it to Caden Jenkins, and he'll get into the end zone for the score, and the Mules are up 34-0, and they can put the turbo clock in motion with an extra point attempt here with 7:22 to play the third quarter.
DeAnthony was within a foot of picking that off.
D went for the interception, and if had gotten it, he would have been going the other way for 7, but once it got in the hands of Jenkins, it was green grass and end zone ahead. High snap, but the kick is up, and it is no good. Lucky us.
Hey, how about that?
They missed the extra point, 34-0. Mules, 7:22 to play. Third quarter, Indians get it when we return right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis from Southeast Missouri State University. At SEMO Kennett, we see something special in our students, grit. And when you're built on grit, you're bound for glory. Whether you're fresh out of high school or returning to finish what you started, SEMO Kennett offers affordable 4-year degrees in psychology, agribusiness, education, and business. Call today to speak with an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or SEMO.edu. Southeast Missouri State University. Show me fearless.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Sante, Treasurer.
Here we go.
Indians get it, trailing 34-0, and the Mules kick it away again. Indians' field position's been horrible the entire night. This time the Indians will take it on the 2 once again, run it straight up the center of the field. This time a little better return for Kennett. They got that one cleanly and brought it over the 20 out to about the 25-yard line. Indian offense trying to get something going as we are in the third quarter of this one after being shut out at Dexter last week. Indians giving up 34, and the extra point attempt being no good keeps the clock from running here in the third quarter. Dexter leads 21-7 over Park Hills Central. That's the latest update from that ball game going on up at Park Hills tonight. Screen pass left side. Cunningham has it. Tries a stiff arm.
That was a horse collar.
That didn't work. And Cunningham is thrown out of bounds on his back, and there again is no flag over on the near sideline.
Left hand.
No
left hand right
gain.
at his collar.
As you saw the replay camera there. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. He might have got about the length of the football that time. .6:32 to play, third quarter. It's 34-0 Mules. Jones has the snap, looks to throw, throws right, has a receiver. That's Anthony, goes up high with the reception, and that'll move the chains. D. Anthony, the senior receiver, goes up high for that one in traffic, and that'll move the chains. Indians with a first down out at the 38-yard line of Kennett. Ty Jones sprints onto the field with the play call for the Indians.
D. Anthony only 5'9", but he went up there pretty high to catch that one and bring it down.
He really did, and in traffic. Twin receivers right and left for the Indians. Similar look to what we see Dexter running most of the evening. Jones looking over to the sideline as the play call may be changing. 16 seconds, still lots of time on the play clock. A high snap go over Ty's head.
And they
scramble for the football, and we're going to see who comes up with it. I think Ty fell on it.
Did he come back up with it?
His athletic ability got him on the football, but that's the only thing that saved him that time. But as it is, a big loss on the play. The snap was over Ty's head, and he had a couple of mules racing for it, and Ty fell on it. The loss.
15-yard loss.
Yeah, 15 yards. So now 2nd and about 25 for the Indians. They have to get to the 48-yard line to pick up the first down. After a nice completion to Anthony, now the Indians lose 15, and now the second down play as Jones looks to throw. Throws it to the near side and into the hands of the Mules. That one overthrown. Mules with the interception, and they're still on their feet, on the run. And the Indians will bring them down as Caden Johnson, the senior, with that interception. There is a flag down on the play, so let's see what it is right around the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be a face mask.
If it is, that will give the Mules a little more yardage.
Looks like they're going back.
Now they're going back the other direction. May have been an illegal block down the field.
How about that? Super surprising. Is that Jim Vaughn?
Personal foul against Poplar Bluff. Brings the football out at the 43-yard line. Personal foul was after the interception, so the Mules will keep the football. But now the field position not as good, even though it is in Kennett territory at the 43. 4:52 to play, third
as they've
quarter.
proven, it doesn't really matter where their field position has been so far tonight.
No, they have struck with some big plays offensively. And up 34-0. Just under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. They'll hand it off to their tailback, Ferguson, as he carries the pile forward, hangs onto the football, and a gain of maybe 4 yards on the play. Second and 6 for the Indians. Next week, senior night. We're back at Metz Cherry Stadium as we take on the Cape Central Tigers. Another carry by the running back Ferguson as he fights forward.
No, this
and
is
has the first down.
Different running back.
Oh, that's a different running back there. Was that 40?
Yeah, he had a 4 on his back, but I don't know if it was the latter number or the first number.
We'll try to get the number of the running back that picked up the first down, 1st and 10 Mules at the 38. Actually, not the 38, the 31 of Kennett.
It's that guy right there. 14.
14. Alexander Larkins, senior running back, and Larkins again gets the carry. Dances to his left, back to the inside. Nice gain on first down. Second down coming up after a pickup of 6 yards on the play. Second and a short 4 for the Mules. Alexander Larkins, 5'11", 189-pound running back. Devin Ferguson, the 5'11", 170-pound junior, has been carrying most of the load
He's back in there
of
again.
the evening, and he's back in there now. And Ferguson gets the carry, goes right, and cuts it back to his left, and
tackle.
the Indians were there defensively, and what a pop by the Indians.
John Baker Brown, good tackle.
Baker Brown, nice play in there for the Indians. JB coming up a big stop there, and no gain on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Mules. Football still on the 25-yard line of Kennett. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. And a draw play. Ferguson has it. Goes right, turns the corner, and has the first down and steps out of bounds. Looked like we had him bottled up, but then he pops out of there and picks up the first down. Oh, illegal block in the back on the Mules. We'll call this one back. 2:26 to play, 3rd quarter. Wipe off the first down. The Mules will have it at the 35-yard line now. Third down, Poplar Bluff. They have 14 yards to go from the Kennett 35. Aiden Brooks, the sophomore. Ferguson to his left, twin receivers right and left, looks left, throws left, has a man streaking down the sideline. It's incomplete. 4th and 14 coming up for the Mules. From the Kennett 35-yard line. They will go for it here on 4th down. Deep in Kennett territory. And
wait a minute, why they got the ball up there?
Whistles will blow. Yeah, they get it back on the correct spot. At the 35-yard line. 4th and 14 for the Mules. Twins right and left. Brooks throws it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. As it's dropped across the middle.
Nearly intercepted, though, on the bobble.
It was bobbled, and the Indians had a chance. Downey, I think, was there in the vicinity, but the Indians will hold and get the football back with 2:12 to go.
We'd rather have it on the 35.
So that ends up being a good break for the Indians. A little better field position from the 35, looking for the first points in this ball game after being shut out last week at Dexter. Speaking of Dexter, leading 21-7 up at Park Hills. Two receivers to the near side, a bunch formation for the Indians. And they'll run the option to the near side, and Cunningham will not get back to the line of scrimmage on the play. Good penetration again by the Mules. That'll be a loss of 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13 for Kennett.
That play looked confusing from the get-go.
Antonio Hollywood comes in now at running back for the Indians. Actually, Cunningham is still in there, but Hollywood comes in at a receiver. 3 to the right. Hollywood in the slot to the right side. Flakes by his lonesome to the left side. Jones throws it back to Cunningham on a screen pass. And Cad knocked out of bounds. Picked up a few yards on the play. Might have gained about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Indians after the completion to Cunningham. Indians on their own 36-yard line. Ty Jones comes on with a play call. 20 seconds on the play clock. Indians break the huddle. Flakes again out to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Cunningham to the left to Ty Jones, the senior quarterback, needing 8 yards on 3rd down. Ty has the snap and has pressure. Rolls right and has some time. Still rolling and throws it down the field and throws it out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Indians. Nobody open downfield for Kennett, and it's a 4th and 8 for the Indians. Cruz Duffel comes on for the Indians. And Ty Jones appears to be going back in punt formation. 4th and 8 for the Indians from their own 36-yard line. Low snap. Ty fumbles it, picks it up, and gets a line drive kick out of there. I don't know how he did that, but
I don't know, but that's the best punt we've had. I don't know how that happened, but
we'll flip the field from the 35 to about the 35 of Poplar Bluff, and that's where the Mules will take over. Well, that could have been disaster. Somehow Ty got it, scooped it, and got a punt away before the defenders got on him. Here comes the Mules offense out once again, leading 34-0. Inside of 1 minute to play, 3rd quarter. Looks like the Rebels have scored on Dexter, 21-14. A good ball game just up the road at Park Hills tonight. Mules offense from their own 35, taking over 1st and 10. Handoff, running back going straight ahead. Will pick up 5 out near the 40.
28.
Inside of 1 minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mules start substituting players in and out, running back position.
Clayton Schalk on the carry there for having another new number out there.
Aiden Brooks, their sophomore quarterback. With twins right and left, 2nd and 5, and they'll fake the handoff and now running left. And that's a good burst of speed out there. Actually, it's Jaden Williams. He's a sophomore quarterback. Jaden's 5'10", 166 with the carry, and that'll be a 1st down for the Mules. About to say, he looked a little quicker than the previous quarterback.
Yes.
As Williams turned the corner and gets into Indian territory at the 49-yard line, and that will end the 3rd quarter. We go to the 4th quarter. Mules with a 1st and 10 from the Kennett 49, and they lead it 34-0 back with a 4th quarter in 1 minute.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dove's Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
Dubs Clothing, one of our great broadcast sponsors, as the Mules are 1st and 10 as we start the fourth quarter. A high snap. The quarterback has it. Williams tries to get out of there, and the Indians are going to swarm him under for a big loss on the play. Little confusion by the Mules that time. And a loss back to the 45-yard line of Kennett. 34-0 Mules. We'll continue to watch that Dexter Park Hill Central ball game. That big implications in Class 3 District 1 football. Scott City is idle tonight, so that really hurts their chances of picking up some points. Another loss in the backfield. Poplar Bluff starting to substitute several players in and out of the ball game now with a big lead here in the fourth quarter. Another loss of almost 5 yards. Call it 4 on the play, and it's 3rd and we'll call it 20, just to round things off for the Mules. Two receivers left, two to the right. Jaden Williams, the sophomore quarterback, has the snap. Looks, throws, pass is incomplete off the receiver's fingertips. And it'll be 4th down, and the Mules will have to punt, I believe, for the second time tonight. To the Kennett Indians, 10:34 to play in the third quarter. Antonio Hollywood will go back for the punt return. Let's do something exciting, Antonio. What do you say? Again, starters, a lot of the starters out of the ball game at this point for the Mules, up 34-0. Good snap, and the punt is low, and the Indians might have got a hand on that one. Now Hollywood will come on and pick it up at the 36-yard line, get across the 40 out to the 42. Well, Antonio tried to make something happen with that one. Didn't think he was going to touch it, but he scoops it and runs forward, and the Indians take over at their own 42. Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett, one of our broadcast sponsors with name brand furniture, home decor for every room in your home. Also a great selection of appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery, plus financing available at Bullock Furniture. See Danny and Carolyn at Bullock Furniture. Indian offense back on the field. Mules jumped out to a 21-0 halftime lead, and Indians have just had a hard time getting anything going. And the Mules are going to take a timeout here, so we'll take one as well. 30-second break. Indians will take over when we return right after this.
When it comes to building your dream home or updating the one you have, trust the experts at Gardner Construction in Kennett. From new construction to remodels, custom showers to beautiful floors, roofing, painting, electrical and siding, they do it all and they do it right. Big jobs or small, Gardner Construction has the skill and expertise to bring your vision to life. Call today, 573-752-1442. Gardner Construction, building quality you can count on.
I'm afraid we won't get another win unless we get.
Zenith State Bank with locations in Zenith and Kennett. Auto, home, agricultural loans, locally owned. Their decisions are made locally. Visit them online at zenithstatebank.com. Zenith State Bank, banking made simple. Member FDIC. Indian offense out, taking over this drive on their own 42-yard line. Looking for points as they have been shut out, and we're in the fourth quarter of this one after being shut out last week at Dexter. Backs are in the eye, and the tailback gets the carry, and no running room as they run into a wall for no gain. Might have got a yard on the play. Nope, no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 for the Indians. As we are 10 minutes away from the end of this one. Dexter in control. Hollywood stays in at the running back position. Fullback of the formation, Ty Jones under center on 2nd and 10. Ty fakes the handoff, now being pressured. Throws over the left side. Pass is complete to Maddox Childress along the sideline. Steps out of bounds after a short gain on the play. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards. It's 3rd and 8 for the Indians after the completion to the senior Maddox Childress. Nose of the football just shy of the 45-yard line, or 44-yard line of Kennett. Coming to you on the home of the Kennett Indians, KBOA FM, Piggott, Kennett, our radio home, and on the KTMO streaming platforms. Anthony in motion, left to right. Indians need 8 yards on 3rd down to move the chains. Screen pass out left side. This is blown up as Cunningham catches it and brought down for a loss, and it's going to be 4th down for the Indians. Mules get the stop, and the Indians are going to have a 4th and about 14 coming up. 9:16 to play in the ball game, and Indians appear to be set to punt it away again to the Mules. Cape Central, the opponent next week. Cape Central knocked off the Mules by 7 when they met earlier this season. A high punt by Ty. Mules are going to get out of the way of it. It takes an Indian bounce down to the 36-yard line. That's where the Mules offense will take over. Once again, 1st and 10. Indian defense back out on the field. The Mules offense returning back out to the field. (34-14), Caruthersville leads Portageville. Score coming in, 21-14. Dexter leads Park Hills Central up at Park Hills tonight. Mules with a lot of their starters out of the ball game now. With twin receivers right and left, and they'll hand it off. Carson Tice, or Jones, that time the ball carrier. For Poplar Bluff, picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 coming up for Poplar Bluff. 34-0 Mules in this one. Two receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Running back to the left to their quarterback, Williams. And the handoff straight ahead. The Indians there. Going to be a loss of 2 or 3 on the play. Good job up front by the Indians. That brings up 3rd down for Poplar Bluff. 7:45 to play in the ball game. 3rd and 8 for the Mules. Indian fans starting to get on their feet a little bit, trying to encourage their ball club. Twin receivers right and left again for the Mules. Offensive line has a lot of second-teamers out there as well for the Mules. Quarterback looks to throw and throws it down the right side. This one's up for grabs, but it's incomplete. Mason Wells, the quarterback now, attempted that one, and the Mules will punt it away on a 4th and 8 from their own territory.
Jordan Murphy, if he had timed that jump just a little bit better, he could have intercepted that. It went off his fingertips.
Antonio Hollywood will be the return man for the Indians as Hollywood stands near his own 30-yard line. Mules set to punt it away. Punt is away. Angles away from Antonio. Picks it up on a hop at the 35. A flag, I think, comes in as he gets out to the 45. Or maybe he just threw a beanbag out there.
I think he just put that down where he caught the ball.
Okay. So, 45-yard line is where the Indians will take over this drive. Tell you, Darrell, it just feels good to put some points on the board after being shut out in our last game. And
I would be elated if we could put some points on this board.
7 minutes to go in this one. We had some opportunities in the first half, but came up empty.
And as much as I never cheer for Dexter, I would be elated if they scored again.
Yes, that's too close for comfort. 21-14, Dexter leading Park Hills Central up at Park Hills. Indian fans need to pull for Park Hills in that one for district standings.
Oh, come on.
Throw down the sideline.
Oh, the flag.
And it's incomplete on the far side of the field.
He's sitting there giving him a back massage.
2nd and 10 for the Indians. Football at the Indian 45-yard line. Ty Jones with a play call. Coming on, huddles up his Indians. The senior quarterback. Near side, it's Franklin and Anthony, the receivers. Far side is Flakes. Now Cunningham out of the backfield. Now throw the inside screen to Hollywood. Hollywood with running room. 45, 40. Down the seam at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown,
please, no flag.
Indians! Antonio Hollywood split the defenders, and the Indians are on the board with a T.R. Baker Insurance touchdown. 6:45 to play, and it's 34-6 now. Well, we got our touchdown, Darrell.
Hot dog. That makes me feel a little better.
Antonio Hollywood showing his speed that time. So he caught it in stride. Jones under pressure. Maddox Childress will come on. Ty Jones comes to the sideline. The Indians will be going for the 2-point conversion here. 34-6. Mules with the lead. Not going to matter much in the end of this one, but just a little motivation for the Indians. Now they go for the 2-point try.
Hurry. I think they did get it off just
barely.
barely.
They got the play off, and they throw it back to the right, and it is good for the 2-point conversion. Antonio Flakes hauls it in, and the Indians make it a 34-8 score with the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 6:45 to play. We kick it off to the Mules when we return to Poplar Bluff right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
Well, a little something to celebrate here from Poplar Bluff. The Indians get the touchdown pass. Ty Jones to Antonio Hollywood. 2-point conversion. Ty Jones to the tight end, Antonio Flakes. And it's 34-8. Indians kick it off to the Mules. Austin Gaddis will put his right foot into it here. Kick will bounce on about the 20, scooped up at the 15. Mules with the return up the right side. They're going to get out to about the 35-yard line, and that's where Poplar Bluff's offense will take over. 6:38 to play in the ball game. Darrell's keeping an eye on that Dexter Park Hills Central ball game. Crothersville started to pull away from Portageville. That ball game at Portageville tonight. Be interesting at the end of the night when Misha adds up all the points where the district standings fall with 1 week remaining in the regular season. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side for Poplar Bluff as their starters been out of this ball game for a while now. Different running back gets the carry, and they'll drive forward. The pile keeps moving forward. They're going to end up getting about 7 yards on the play. Almost call it 8 yards. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Mules. Football at the 43-yard line of Poplar Bluff.
You know, our next week opponent against Cape, they just barely beat Poplar Bluff by 6. You know, if we play at home, have a better game than we have the last 2 games, we're not out of that one yet.
No, we in a win over a Class 5 school with the point total in the district standings would be really, really big. Handoff straight ahead with the carry. Jonah Halliburton, a senior running back. 3rd down, and it's going to be about a yard remaining for the Mules. They have to get to the 45, and the football setting right on the 44. 5:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. Two receivers right, 2 to the left again for Poplar Bluff. They've pretty much been in this set all night long. Running back moves up to the left of the quarterback. They need a yard, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to have the yard and more as he gets into Indian territory and down to the 40-yard line of Kennett. Williams in there at quarterback. He's the runner. We've seen Williams, the sophomore, speed. Turn the corner and picks up the 1st down. So 1st and 10 Mules at the Kennett 40-yard line. 4:46 and the clock will run as the chains are set. Dexter with their biggest challenge of the year tonight against Park Hill Central. They take on Scott City next Friday night. Scott City, currently 2nd in the district standings, they're idle tonight, so they will not get any points for playing this evening. Handoff to the tailback, Halliburton. He stood up after a gain of 2 or 3 yards. Jonah Halliburton, good size, 6'1", 220, a running back. He's a senior for the Mules. Football at the 37 of Kennett. Williams, the quarterback. Jaden Williams, the sophomore. Halliburton to his right. And Williams will keep it, tries to get around the corner. Indians there, but he cuts it back up inside and picks up a gain on the play of maybe 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and maybe 5 after they set the sticks. We'll call it 3rd and 4 after the pickup by Williams. Three minutes to go in this one. Indians trailing 34-8. Trying to get a stop here and maybe get the offense one more opportunity to put more points on the board in the ball game. Williams, the quarterback. Halliburton, the running back, to his right. They need a long 3 yards, and they look to throw it. Now Williams will scramble out of the backfield. The Indians will bring him down, and he will not get the 1st down. And the Indians will take over. Actually, it was a fumble on the play, and the Indians fall on the football. So the Indians do get it back.
Joel
with
Lopez comes up with that.
Lopez with the fumble recovery for the Indians. So they get the stop and get the football. Indians with 2 timeouts remaining if they choose to use them, but I don't think they will. They would like to get points, but more importantly, they want to get off the field and get ready for next week's game against Cape Central
and nobody get hurt.
Nobody will get hurt here in the final 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Ty Jones, the senior quarterback, will run this offense. Hollywood with the touchdown reception on the previous drive by Kennett. And Flakes with a 2-point conversion reception. And I said we wouldn't have a timeout, but we have a timeout. Kennett will take one as they talk things over. They would like some more points in this one. We'll take a 30-second break as Kennett starts this drive when we return to Poplar Bluff right after this.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
If you haven't been to Home Plate Bar and Grill, you need to get over there. Great food at Home Plate Bar and Grill just off the I-55 exit at Hayti. Indians first and 10 as they start this drive from their own 34-yard line. Jones will move under center. His backs are in an I formation. Anthony in motion to a slot on the right side, and they'll hand it off straight ahead. Good running room for the Indians. Cutting to the outside into Mule territory.
Covington.
Is Covington. Nice pickup that time by the Indians. They move it into Mule territory at the 42-yard line.
He's just a sophomore, so.
Indians again with the backs in the eye. Jones under center. And again, carrying out to the left, spinning and getting to the 35-yard line that time. Gain of 6, call it 7 on the play. Pretty impressive, Darrell.
Bringing a couple of underclassmen in, and they've moved the ball pretty well for them. Jack Boone, just a freshman.
Yes, he is. Youngster getting a lot of playing time here. He's made some big hits defensively and looking impressive here. They'll pitch it again to him and cutting it up inside. Not much gain this time. Might have lost a yard or two. Spot the football at the 37-yard line. It's third down, and we'll call it 5 yards to go for the Indians. 33 seconds to go in the ball game, barring an incomplete pass. That would be the last play of the ball game, as the Indians don't have to snap it if they do not choose to, and I think that's going to be the case. They're going to come off the field, and that's going to be the ball game. 34-8. Poplar Bluff defeats Kennett tonight. We're going to take a break, come back, and check our final totals and wrap things up from Poplar Bluff right after this.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
I'm John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank. As a locally owned bank, we believe great service and competitive rates should always come with a personal touch. Because banking isn't just about numbers, it's about people. From checking and savings accounts to home, auto, commercial, and farm loans, we're ready to help you move forward. With 3 convenient ATMs and online banking at KennettTrustBank.com, managing your money is easier than ever. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
34-8, Mules get the victory, and the Indians out on the field talking with the coaching staff as they all take a knee. And we're going to forego the the end totals in this ball game. Indians, though, do get on the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. Beautiful pass play, Ty Jones to Hollywood that was streaking right down the middle of the field, and he gets into the end zone. And it's just good to get points on the board. And Antonio Hollywood showing his ability, and Ty Jones putting the ball right on the mark. 2-point conversion. Kennett continues to be good on those as Antonio Flakes hauled it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And that's pretty much the highlight of the night there for the Kennett Indians, Darrell, as Poplar Bluff got the Indians down in a hurry. We mentioned it's going to be very important for the Indians to get off to a good start, but at the half they're trailing 21-0. Mules get the ball to start the third quarter, and they score, and it's 28-0, and you could pretty much turn out the lights at that point.
And the only reason why it could have been worse than that, but we did stop them a couple of times, and then of course they missed that extra point, which would have made it 35. We might have been out of here a little sooner, but we scored a touchdown. That's what we were waiting to see. So we were happy to see that 56-yard touchdown by Hollywood.
Had the clock been running, we might not have had that opportunity.
That's exactly right. so
a little bit of momentum. I know it's not what Coach Wyatt and the Indians wanted, but we have another home game. It's senior night. We're going to honor the seniors, and we're going to take on Cape Central. And what a great way to end the regular season against Cape Central, maybe getting a win over that Class 5 ball club on senior night. Park Hill Central and Dexter in a good one. At last report, Park Hill Central trailing Dexter by 7, and that would be a big win if Dexter could knock off Park Hills, and they're by far the favorite in that ball game. But Darrell's going to check it one more time, and it appears still 21-14. Dexter leading that one. Is that in the fourth quarter?
That is in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter of that one. Dexter's closest ball game. And Miami, talking of upsets, in college football, just lost to Louisville. Miami in the top, 2 or 3 in the nation, and undefeated, just lost to unranked Louisville. So college football off to a good start, and our Mizzou Tigers will be playing at Auburn tomorrow, trying to bounce back after the loss to Alabama as they travel to Alabama to take on the Auburn Tigers. And we'll have that broadcast, Sports Radio KMIS AM and FM, and also KCRV FM tomorrow for Missouri Tiger football. We're going to be back. Speaking of Tigers, it's the Cape Central Tigers will be our next opponent, and that will be next Friday night at Metz Cherry Stadium. Come on out, fans. Honor the seniors on this ball club. Let's cheer this team on. And I encourage everyone to maybe take a look at the MISHA website when the district standings are released at the end of the night after the point totals have been added up. See where the Indians stand, and you'll see the Indians still have a lot to play for in this season as one more regular season game and then district play will begin. Thanks to Tad Jones running our controls again tonight here from Poplar Bluff. Darrell Wilcoxon sitting to my left, my sidekick in the booth. Monty Lyons keeping us on the radio, as we appreciate all Monty does as well. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. 34-8. Poplar Bluff defeats Kennett at Poplar Bluff. We'll talk to you again next Friday night with more Kennett Indian football.
This has been Kennett Indian Football. This broadcast presented by NEA Baptist, Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, and Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include the City of Kennett, Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan Law Firm, Kennett City Light, Gas, and Water, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Kennett Trust Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Dubs Clothing, the Kennett Country Club, Dunklin County Presiding Commissioner Don Collins, Southern Bank, Pemiscot Dunklin Director Danny Glass, Patterson Auto Sales, District 150 State Representative Cameron Bunning Parker, Crow Reynolds Shetley and McVeigh Law Firm, the Kennett Schools, FM Bank, Kennett Bowling Lanes, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Gardner Properties, Let's Eat Paragould, and by Gardner Construction. Radio sponsors include Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Zenith State Bank, Bullock Furniture, American Elite Realty, First State Community Bank, and by T.R. Baker Insurance. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.